Listen, I am not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. It's a beautiful day in London. And in New York, they're celebrating New York Knicks winning the championship after 53 years. Shout out to all my people in New York, my family in Queens. Anybody that's celebrating today, make sure you have a good time and get home safe. I feel like this story is not just about sport, but about passion, about grit, about determination and belief. It's your boy Morgan Heights in the building. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, people. Hit the hype button and let's keep it moving.
But at the end of the day, they don't have a dude. You got to have a dude. You got to have a 1A dude. And they're missing that at the end of the day if we're just getting down to brass taxes.
Jalen Brunson.
No, he's too small.
But here's the thing, and that's
Didn't they say about you?
But you know what?
Say that about you.
But
You're a Hall of
you know
Famer.
what?
I got a philosophy. Can I say my philosophy?
Go ahead.
If your best player is small, you're not winning. John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, you could go down the list.
Drop whatever you're doing right now, because I promise you, you are not ready for what just happened in the NBA. Jalen Brunson just won the finals, and he has finally responded to Becky Hammon after she spent literal years disrespecting this man's game, calling him too short, saying he can't lead a team, straight up trash talking one of the best guards on the planet. And bro, it does not stop there, because while Becky's out here eating her words, Jalen Brunson's own teammate went live on Instagram and accidentally, and I mean ACC-dentally, exposed her big goofy ass.
Becky's a savage too. But I appreciate Becky, no cap. Because the words she said, well, can't win with JB being a, 1A, 1B, he too little. All that did is fuel that nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, what he say. I know him.
I'm talking receipts. I'm talking real quotes. I'm talking Draymond Green getting involved too. And yeah, he had to apologize to Brunson's face on live television. No cap.
I'm going to tell you now because I want to tell you their face. But then I'll say it publicly after. But I'm going to apologize in one game. So I'm going to say it right now to your face, I'm sorry. Then I'll say it when you go get your ring. One game, I apologize.
So stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why this is one of the wildest revenge stories in NBA history. Let's get into it. Okay, so real quick, for anybody who's been living under a rock, Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks just won the 2026 NBA Finals. They beat the San Antonio Spurs 4-1, and this was the Knicks' first championship in 53 years.
First of all, congratulations to the New York Knicks. Let's just get that out of the way once again. 53 years. That is, wow. That is amazing. As a Liverpool fan, during COVID, we won our first league in 30 years. I understand the heartache when you support a club for so long and they don't win the league or the championship. It can be very frustrating. But yeah, man, you lot did it, man. You did it.
53 years, gang. That's longer than some of your parents have been alive. And Brunson, he didn't just win it. He walked away with Finals MVP, dropped 45 points in the clinching game, 45 in the closeout game. That's insane. But here's the thing. None of this is just a basketball story. This is a story about somebody getting disrespected for years and then shutting everybody up in the most savage way possible. And the main villain in this whole story, Las Vegas Aces head coach Becky Hammon. Let me break it down for you. So rewind all the way back to December 2023. The Knicks are not even good yet at this point. They're sitting like 5th in the East. And Becky Hammon, who's a Hall of Famer by the way, she knows her basketball, goes on ESPN's NBA Today and just starts cooking the entire Knicks roster. She says the Knicks don't have a dude, like they don't have a true number one option who can take them to a championship. And then ESPN's Kendrick Perkins, he's sitting right there and he pushes back. He says, they do have that dude, Jalen Brunson. And gang, you would think Becky would back off, right? Nope. She doubles down. She looks dead at the camera and says, and I quote, he too small. If your best player is small, you're not winning. Steph Curry is the only dude. Bro, did y'all hear that? She didn't just say the Knicks weren't good enough. She said Jalen Brunson, specifically BY himself, is too small to ever win a championship. Like his height is the reason he's gonna fail. That's not even a basketball take anymore. That's personal. And listen, I get it. History kind of backs her up a little bit. Guys like Allen Iverson, John Stockton, Steve Nash, all these smaller, shorter guards Hall of Famers, MVPs never won a championship as the best player on their team. So Becky's not just making stuff up out of nowhere, but the way she said it, the tone, calling him too small like it's a fact, like it's already decided, that's disrespectful, gang. That's straight up disrespectful to a guy who was averaging 25, 27 points a night at that point. And chat, this clip didn't just disappear. Oh no, this clip followed Jalen Brunson around for 2 whole years. Now here's where it gets even crazier, because Becky Hammon was not the only big name throwing shade at Jalen Brunson. And honestly, this is the part where it stops being just one analyst's opinion and starts looking like a whole pile-on, gang. Like at a certain point, you gotta ask yourself, why is everybody suddenly an expert on why this guy can't win? Draymond Green, 4-time NBA champion, one of the most outspoken guys in the entire league, he goes on his podcast and he basically co-signs everything Becky said. He's out here saying the Knicks only made it as far as they did because they were supposed to get out of a weak Eastern Conference.
Wow. But you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Doubters, people who know the sport, they've always got something to say when it comes to the underdog. New York Knicks haven't won it in so long. There's always going to be that pile-on. Can they do it? Are they ever going to do it? You just use that as fuel. And I feel like they did. They used it as fuel.
He's talking about Knicks fans being in for 15 years of misery. He's saying Brunson's not built like the real 1A guys. Guys like Steph Curry, LeBron, Luka, Kawhi. And according to Draymond, only like 5 or 6 players in the whole league fit that description. And Brunson wasn't one of them. And then Draymond does the thing that always gets guys in trouble. He looks at the situation and goes, "Prove me wrong. You already know what's coming, right? You already know." So fast forward to game 4 of the NBA Finals. Knicks are down, Spurs are rolling, and then Jalen Brunson goes feral. He leads a historic 29-point comeback, 29 points game.
29-point comeback. That is mental. I fell asleep watching some of this game, but I caught the end of it because I'm here in the UK and you lot are behind like 7 hours. That is a monumental comeback. 29 point. Bro, how did Spurs lose that? Yeah. There's got to be some questions to be answered.
He's hitting threes over Victor Wembanyama, a 7'4" guy. He's got a clutch floater to take the lead, and then OG Anunoby finishes it off with a miracle tip in at the buzzer. Knicks win it 1-0.
If your name's OG, you're a bad boy.
7-1-0-6. They take a 3-1 series lead. And Draymond Green, who's working the game for Inside the NBA, he doesn't wait. He doesn't hide. He looks directly at Jalen Brunson on national television and says, and this is real, this happened on live TV. I want to apologize in one game, so I'll say it right now to your face. I'm sorry, and then I'll say it publicly after. But I wanted to apologize in one game, so I'm gonna say it right now to your face. I'm sorry, and then I'll say it again when you go and get your ring.
It takes a big man to stand on what he said and go, you know what, I was wrong. That's respect to Draymond.
Apologize. Chat, are we seeing this? A 4-time champion apologizing to Brunson's face on TV before the man even won the championship yet? That's how obvious it was that Draymond was wrong. He couldn't even wait for the confetti to fall. He had to say sorry right then and there. And y'all, think about how big of a moment that actually is. This is Draymond Green we're talking about. The same guy who argues with everybody. The same guy who never backs down from a take, who go on a podcast and double, triple, quadruple down on stuff just out of pure stubbornness. But him to look a man in the eye on national TV and say, I'm sorry, that's not normal game. That's not something Draymond does. That tells you exactly how undeniable Brunson's game had become at that point. And honestly, respect to Draymond for that one, because later he explained why he did it. He said, one thing I hate is when people make predictions, people make statements, and then once they're wrong, they just lolly on and diddly-daddle off to the next thing. I don't respect that. He said he'd rather own it, explain why he said it, and admit when he's wrong. And that's exactly what he did. But guess who did not do that? Guess who did not apologize? Becky Hammon.
Becky, Beckstar. Bex. While recording this, she might even be on air now apologizing or not. But come on. You see women, I'm not going to say all women because you lot will come at me. Some women don't like taking accountability, Just say, you know what, I was wrong. Because you clearly were.
Is to just say, my bad, I was wrong. And every single time she chose violence instead. No cap. First chance, the Knicks sweep the Cleveland Cavaliers to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Their first trip back to that stage since 1999. Brunson gets named Conference Finals MVP. Reporters go straight to Becky and basically hand her the apology on a silver platter. And what does she say? She says, I speak from experience. Allen Iverson got MVP and he lost in the finals. I think the two best teams are probably in the West, but I'm up for being proven wrong. That's the other thing. I think Jalen Brunson is a hell of a player. I'm speaking historically on the NBA with what I said. I don't know why everybody's so stuck on that. So she gives him a little bit of credit there, right? Calls him a hell of a player, but she's still not fully backing off. She's still saying small guys historically don't get it done. Second chance comes the very next day when a reporter asks her flat out, do you want to clear the air with Knicks fans? And Becky goes, and I quote, I stand by it. I said what I said. If he proves me wrong, he proves me wrong.
Double down.
Good for him, but I do think the two best teams are in the West, and you know who I'm cheering for. I said what I said, gang. That's not an apology. That's basically throwing gasoline on the fire. She's out here picking against the Knicks in the finals days before they're about to play in it. Y'all let that sink in for a second. Days before the finals, she had a perfect opportunity to just smooth things over, say something nice, move on with her life. And instead, she chose to double, triple down right before the biggest stage of Brunson's entire career. That's either supreme confidence in her basketball opinion, or that's somebody who just refuses to budge no matter what. Maybe both, honestly. So now the finals happen. Knicks beat the Spurs 4-1. Brunson averages over 32 points a game in the series, drops 45 in the clincher, becomes unanimous finals MVP, meaning every single voter picked him, no debate, no controversy, and he becomes only the third player 6'3" or shorter ever.
What? That's amazing. That is dope.
Ever to lead a championship team in scoring and win finals MVP. The only other two guys to ever do that, Isaiah Thomas and Steph Curry. That's the company Jalen Brunson is in now, gang. That's not a small list. That's a legendary list. And bro, the internet did not let Becky breathe. The second that final buzzer sounded, that old clip of her saying he too small started flying back around social media. Fans were tweeting things like 45 points on the road to win the finalists. Come here, Becky. People were calling her take short-sighted, pun fully intended, gang. They were not being nice about it. And then
go easy on Baxter, man. Go easy on her, man. She didn't know what she was saying. You know them ones there? Like, the internet is relentless. If you get something wrong, you're going to get cooked. This is what listen, I don't know a lot about basketball. I love the sport though. I love the camaraderie. I love the energy. When I was growing up, Michael Jordan was the man. But then I'm from the UK. Over in UK is football. Shout out to everybody in America, Canada, and Mexico celebrating the World Cup right now.
This is the moment that really sent it over the top. Jalen Brunson's own sister, Erica Brunson, hops on X, quote post that old December 2023 clip of Becky calling her brother too small, and writes just 2 words. Now what? 2 words, gang? That's all it took. Now what? That tweet went so viral it basically became the unofficial headline of the entire championship. And Brunson himself, when reporters asked him directly if he wanted to say anything to the people who doubted him, to Becky, to Draymond, to anybody, Jalen Brunson stayed ice cold. He just said, I didn't respond to them then. I'm damn sure not going to respond to them now.
Listen, there's more of this video to watch, so I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can watch the entire content. It's amazing. I just wanted to pass through, say yo, say hello to the people, say hello to the community. And big up the Knicks, man. Big up the staff. Big up the owners. Did it. Everybody at the parade, enjoy yourself. Get home safe, people. It's your boy Morgan Heights in the building. I see you soon. Peace.